Most people have no idea what a refurb really costs until they end up going over budget and lose money on their property. But after doing over 100 refurbs in the past 2 years, I know exactly where investors mess up. So in this video, I'm going to take you inside one of them to show you what each stage of a refurb really costs, so you know exactly what to expect on your next property. So the very first thing you want to do when you're viewing a property is check the condition of the roof, because if a roof needs replacing, it'll cost you £6,000 to £8,000. So the prices I'm going to go through today are based on a typical 3-bedroom property in the northeast and applies to most parts of the north of the UK. However, if you're down south or in the Midlands, prices will be higher. Materials won't change too much, but the labour definitely will. So when you're refurbing a property, the very first stage is the strip out. The strip out includes removing old kitchens, bathroom, flooring, wallpaper, skirting boards, and any unwanted fixture and fittings. A strip out for a property like this will cost you £2,000. You can do the strip out yourself, but then you'll need to hire some skips. You need 3 to 4 skips for a property like this, and each skip will cost you £180. You can also keep features like a fireplace for that character, or you can remove it to modernize it. It's completely your choice. Once the strip out is completed, you'll now have an open space in the kitchen, and this is where you can start planning things, how to maximize space, and then you can start to design, measure, and order the kitchen. A kitchen usually costs £2,500 to £3,000 for the supply and fit, which includes an oven, hob, and extractor fan. We order our kitchens from Howdens, where we get trade discounts, and these discounts are a lot cheaper than your normal prices. Another good thing about using a company like Howdens is that they can come in free of charge and design your kitchen, which makes it a lot easier for you to get a price from your joiner to fit the kitchen in. Another tip, whilst the strip out is happening, you can start ordering the doors and the windows to minimize any downtime. Depending on who manufactures them, it can take 2 to 3 weeks, so the earlier you order them, the better. A UPVC window will cost £350 per window, supply and fit. For a bay window like this, it's going to cost you £1,200 to £1,500. As for the front door, we're going to replace this with a composite one, which costs £1,200 to £1,400 for supply and fit. The back door, we stick with UPVC, and that will cost £600 to £800 supply and fit. So once you've ordered the kitchen, windows, and doors, then you want to start thinking about rewiring the property, which includes a new fuse board, replacing all the sockets and spotlights, which will cost £3,500, including the labour. Next up is plastering. Now you have two options. If the walls are in decent condition, then you can skim over it for a smooth finish, which is typically what we go for. Costs £450 a room. However, if the walls are old or damaged, then you need to go back to brick, add new plasterboard, fully re-plaster the wall, and that will cost you £1,000 per room. Plastering shouldn't really take more than 7 to 10 days. If you are plastering, then make sure that you replace the windows and doors first and then plaster later, because the last thing you want to do is plaster, rip out the new windows, and then you're going to damage the plaster as well. Now the next part is your central heating, which includes a new boiler and new radiators. Now you can pick up a boiler for £2,000, and we typically pay £180 to £250 per radiator, supply and fitted. Now next up is your bathroom. Now this bathroom is a lot larger than your normal bathroom, but typically for a 3-bedroom property, an investment property, we go for the 3-piece bathroom, which includes a bath with a shower, toilet, and sink. To get that fitted in, it's going to cost £1,500. Our contractor usually go for B&Q or plumb base for the bathrooms. For the bathroom walls, we go for either cladding or tiles. Cladding is a cheaper option, it's easier to clean, and something like this would cost £800 for the labour and the materials. We do sometimes go for the full tiling, which gives a lot more of a premium finish. It's more durable, but it costs you around £2,500 for the same wall with labour and materials. As for the flooring, you can put in lino, which will cost £200 for a standard size bathroom. If you're looking for a more premium finish, which is what we go for in flips and service accommodation, then you can put in tiling, which will cost £650. As for the flooring across the rest of the house, again, it depends on your preference. Now we tend to go for carpets across the stairs, the hallway, and all the bedrooms. This will cost £25 per metre square for the labour and materials. If you're looking to add laminate in the living room instead of carpets, then just add an extra £10 per metre square, and that should do the job. Now if you're not sure how big your house is, what you can do is go on the energy performance certificate, and it'll tell you the total floor area of your property. The energy performance certificate is also known as EPC. Then we've got decorating. Now this is one of the most important parts of a refurb, because This is what everyone's gonna see and what everyone will comment on. We use matte emulsion on the walls and the ceilings. It just keeps it neutral. Repainting the whole house will be £2,000. If you're having feature walls, that'll be an extra £180 per wall. Now, some of these things you can do it yourself, but how do you decide whether to DIY or outsource to trades? Now, if you've got more time than money, then do it yourself. If you've got more money than time, then outsource to trades. But always get at least 3 quotes and ask them, does this include labor, materials, and VAT? That question alone will save you thousands. And if you are doing the refurb yourself, just remember it's always going to take you a lot longer. So budget for your holding costs, that's your mortgage, council tax, utilities. If you just budget £1,000 per month during the refurb, that should cover it. Once the refurb is complete, you have 2 final jobs to sort out. One is tidying the back and front garden. It adds curb appeal, makes a great impression. And the second one is deep cleaning the house before handing over. Landscaping will cost you £150 per each side, but if your garden's really overgrown, it can cost £500 to £800. It can get pricey. A deep clean on a 3-bedroom property will cost you £300. A refurb usually takes 8 to 10 weeks to complete, and that's because we outsource most to trades. Now, another final thing is to always have a contingency. We tend to go for a 15% contingency, which means that if your refurb is expected to cost £30,000, keep £4,500 extra as a backup, just in case you start seeing things pop up which you didn't notice during your first viewing or inspection. Now that you know what a refurb really costs, the next step is finding the right property, because a perfect refurb won't save you if you overpay. So in this video, I'll show you how to find the cheap properties that most beginners miss. I'll see you over there.